Hey, Fanboy Nation.
This is your pal Daffy Duck, and you're watching.
You're watching.
We're watching. You're watching Fanboy.
Fanboy. Fanboy.
Fanboy.
Fanboy.
A fanboy, etc.
Fanboy Nation.
Dot, I assume com.
So, Rob Corddry, congratulations working with Motor Trend on this series, season 2 starting up.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's exciting.
Well, to put it politely and to play off a previous series of yours, this is a very unicorn moment in the fact that you get to drive a near $800,000 Ford GT.
That was Dax. I got to drive the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ,
which is another $800,000.
Probably. Yeah. Who knows?
Is there any point that you sit there and go, my AAA premium is going to skyrocket if I spin out on this thing?
No, hopefully we're protected from that. My God, if my insurance goes up because of this show, I'll be upset.
Yeah. The fun part is that you guys get to drive these incredible supercars that, people only get to dream of. Like, someone's dream car is a 66 Mustang, and here you are. Oh, I'm behind a 770 horsepower Lamborghini on this test track out here in Montana. It's just Tuesday.
Yeah, man. The shine, like on a 66 Mustang, the shine that lost its shine, like by episode 2 of shooting this show. I was like, oh, I get it. It drives like crap. Like, this is a rocket ship.
Yeah. What's it feel like flying so close to the ground?
There is an amazing feeling when you're in a car that is so connected to you and to the road at the same time, and you feel that car, you're ready to launch, and you feel the car lower and take off. It's almost like it lowers and rears up and goes. It almost feels like that. And I don't know if I can describe the feeling. It's been at times like spiritual, if I could be so dumb. It's like driving that Lamborghini, for instance. Our challenge was to get it up to 200 miles an hour on a straight road in Montana, and I'd only been probably about as fast as about 130, 140 by that point. It's a whole different ball game. You lose. It's like a instant meditation.
It's like the difference between shooting a bullet and throwing one.
That's exactly right. I'm going to use that. Thank you.
Sure. I'm familiar with your work. I'm familiar with Dax's work. It wasn't until season 2 that when I was able to watch a couple of episodes that I was familiar with Jethro. You guys have this connection. Like, I don't know how long you've known each other, but it feels like you guys kind of grew up together in the way you interact with one another.
Oh, it's great to hear you say that, man, because that's how it feels. Like, those guys are my brothers, I met Dax a couple times before the show, before we did this show, but really we became friends instantly. We actually, the day of auditions for the third guy, we auditioned about 16 people, and Jethro, unfortunately for the rest of the people, auditioned very early, and we had such a rapport and just loved him so much that we were like, we're done, right? We can just, I hate sending all these people home. And then I think that weekend he stayed over Dax's place. Like, we're fast friends.
So basically he was your Cliff Burton and everybody else was second choice at that point.
My Cliff Burton.
Metallica's original bassist before he passed away. And then great as Jason Newsted was, they never fully treated Jason, like family. So he's your Cliff Burton.
I mean, not as bad as, like, say, the Stones would treat what's his face, but we were definitely like a trio from moment one.
So what was your, like, it's guilty pleasure isn't the right word. Like, extreme sport prior to this? I mean, you're hitting 200 miles in a car. I don't see you like, bridge diving or anything like that. So like, what was the most extreme thing you did prior to this?
No, I don't even, I don't think there, I think zero things. I've realized doing this show, I've said before that doing the show has made me more brave in my actual life. And I think it's more accurate to say I've realized how scared I was of taking any chances. I can't think of anything because there's probably nothing.
So next thing's like skydiving or something.
I would have done that.
Okay.
I would have done that before, but I actually had it scheduled when I was in college, but my director of a play I was in said, no, you're not going skydiving. We go up next week. Yeah. But I would do that because for some reason, like, I trust that. I don't know why. I have like implicit trust of skydiving. I did fly a plane before. My buddy owns a plane, and he took me up once, and he was like, all right, take the stick. And I was like, what? No. And then but he was like, well, I'm not. And so I had to grab it, and I did not like it. It felt too heavy. I felt the weight of the plane. But that's sort of what I like about vehicles is when you feel that sort of connection to it,
And jumping out of one is perfectly fine. It's flying it that's the problem.
Yeah, I'll jump out of one. It's actually driving it.
Rob, as everything goes along, the world's opened back up, so we get to enjoy ourselves more. Was that part of the catalyst of this, and that, we can go outside now, so let's have a little bit more fun and be more adventurous than being cooped up in either a home or apartment for the last 2 years?
What do you mean? What, Top Gear?
Yeah. Like to go out there and drive these supercars and be like out in Montana and enjoy like the fresh air and the openness of it all.
Yeah, to a certain extent. We were the first show back, I believe, in all of TV. I've been told we were the first show back. And during the height of the pandemic. So when it was still pretty scary, those days when you would wipe off your groceries. Mm-hmm. And getting to do Top Gear, traveling and getting to do Top Gear in that environment definitely at least loosened me up, but it wasn't a sort of celebration of that. It was purely budgetary. We were like, we got to shoot this, virus be damned.
Season 2 comes out July 1st on Motor Trend Plus. We got a lot of streaming services out there, and yeah, I'm surprised it took Motor Trend this long to get into the streaming game, because they've had so much content for 50, 60 years now, just from the magazine side of things.
Yeah. I wonder how long, I don't know how long they've been around as a streaming entity. They've got, it's hard to tell people like my show is on an app, but their app has really good shows on it. I was very surprised. Listen, I don't mean to brag, Robert, but I got a free membership.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right. Free subscription. I don't even have to pay, man. And I would pay for it. Like it's pretty great.
Listen, don't tell the bosses that. They'll cut that out of your salary next season.
Imagine if that was their sticking point. Like, sure, we'll give you a bump, but we're going to take away your subscription. That'd be weird negotiating.
I could picture 1 or 2 streaming services doing that without mentioning names, but
Netflix would do it because they're just a robot.
All right, we'll throw them under the bus for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Lamborghini is obviously a dream machine to drive. Yeah. Dax being behind that Ford GT, Jethro behind the Bugatti.
Yeah.
What is the one car that you haven't driven yet that you're like, if I ever get a chance, this is the one?
Oh, that's a really hard question because nothing now seems out of the realm of possibility. You know, I'm trying to think if there's something that just seems like, you know what I want to drive? Wait, I don't know if we already talked about this, big rigs.
We haven't talked about the big rigs.
We've always been pitching a big rig episode, and this is kind of a weird answer, but I would love to drive a truck.
Okay.
Like drive an 18-wheeler tractor trailer. That would be, because it's a totally different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's definitely up there. Cars, I don't know, man. I like them all. I've driven so many of them now from so many different brands. You know, Ferrari
mm-hmm.
doesn't lend out their cars to press, to TV shows for the most part. So that seems like the holy grail. I would love to drive a Ferrari, see what all that fuss is about.
That just means we got to get you on Magnum PI next season.
Okay, I'll do it.
Since they're the ones with all the Ferraris, apparently.
I don't say no.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. If you get to drive that big rig, I hope it's the one from Maximum Overdrive that Emilio Estevez had with the Green Goblin head on the front of it.
Great reference, man. Yes, I'll take it.
Yeah, that one I want a set visit for if that's the case.
Okay, yeah, you're in. You're in.
Yeah. Everything that's going on though, you're having so much fun. I mean, from comedies, you can be dramatic, you can be humorous, you can be informative. Like all your training pays off, and now you get to be all of that in this series while playing, you know, with essentially giant Hot Wheels that we wanted to get behind as kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Matchbox. We can't leave Matchbox out of this as well.
Yeah, so. I think you're saying like, is this a dream job?
Yeah. Well, that, and we're all jealous of you, and we hate you just a little bit for it. So
as you should be. It's crazy. Dax, Jethro, and I, after Jethro is cast, the three of us, Jethro's got car connections, you know, up the wazoo, and he got loaners. He got 3 loaners. I got a McLaren. Jethro got the Audi RS8, and Dax got, I forget what Dax got, but it was pretty great. Oh, maybe the new Corvette, the mid-engine Corvette. I'm not sure. And we just took them up to the Los Angeles Crest Highway and tooled around just on our own. And we were driving at one point, and then we pulled over and to just take a break, and we all got out of the car at the same time, and we all had the same reaction, like, can you believe that this is our job? Like they're gonna pay us to do this. I'm almost jealous of me.
As you should be. You know, you wake up your dreams are having a regular job 9 to 5 and realize that your reality is better than most people's dreams.
Yeah.
But Rob, unfortunately, we're running out of time. I think the only thing left that you have to drive at this point is to try to race a Model T and go from there. Where can we find you on social media if we want to connect with you?
Oh, I don't even know, man. Rob Corddry at Rob Corddry at Twitter, and Rob_Corddry on Instagram. I'm not the most active on. I'm not an influencer. I'll admit that. I've been a little lax lately.
Well, Rob,
but hey, check it out. Maybe encourage me. Get on there and encourage me.
All right, we're gonna try that. So,
all right,
2 Robs getting to chat. Same barber apparently. Motor Trend Plus. Top Gear is back July 1st. Rob Corddry, thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you, man.